had an uncertain start to our weekend. It's a holiday weekend, and me and Nala got our bags and walked halfway over to Anna Maria's apartment in Lieda. And we were intending to walk the whole way over to her place, but it poured on us, and we stopped and rested and, figured out the plan. And it actually led up at this moment, like when I was starting to feel really worried about our camping trip, and we hopped in a taxi. So we were right on time. We didn't actually, because we stopped for the rain, we really did need to take a taxi, but we also didn't want to, get soaked before we took another long taxi ride, because Nala's underneath gets wet when she's walking so low to the street. She hopped right in the right spot in the taxi to make the driver happy on the floor so she doesn't get the seats all wet. And the driver was really happy about her. He turned around and smiled at her because she was on the floor. Like, she's such a quiet girl. People are always surprised about her good behavior. And I'm very proud of her too. So we've got our camping gear and we're headed over there, and I thought, oh man, I hope it doesn't do this all weekend. I saw this lovely park and I thought, well, we can hang out in the park and just, be outdoors in Guangzhou and give the dogs some fun outdoor time together. We planned this camping trip for quite some time. I mean, Nala didn't know about it, so her hopes weren't up too much. But I was really excited because it was sort of a fancy camping place, and she was just thinking, what are we doing? Why are we hanging out in the rain? We waited for a little while outside of Anna Maria's apartment, and the sun started to come out, and I was so grateful. I thought, there's hope for this weekend. We made reservations at this wonderful place, and we got in the car and we went. Um, they use a Chinese app, I think it's called Beidou, and it's much cheaper than a taxi you would get on the street or the apps that I have access to that are in English. So the two dogs, the two girlfriends, and me got in this taxi for I think an hour and a half or so.
He dares to cry.
And we had a nice ride through the countryside. We saw north of Guangzhou. It was really pretty. Mountains and clouds and scenery. Things we've seen before when we go up that way for hiking, but we went further north. Neither of us had ever been to this spot before. We'd heard good things. We read good reviews. The website is quite impressive. It looks like a well-developed campground, and it is. It has a lot of entertainment for families, but it's near some really good hiking trails. Nala insisted on snuggling in my lap, and Jack had to have his head out the window, wagging his tail in our faces. Really, me and Anna Maria have the same philosophy with our dogs. This is our friend who doesn't have a dog. We like to wear the dogs out. We take the dogs on a hike until they collapse. It's very important to us to exercise our dogs on the weekends since they have to be, locked up at home during the week. And we don't like being indoors either.
I know. Oh no, it says that we're
This driver took us on some funny little roads and we were a bit concerned, but he got us there.
wow. No, 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 no. More than 3 minutes. In 1 hour and 3 minutes.
We're just taking this little back road. What do you see, Jack?
What? One of them has a big, very big. Have you seen that show?
It's a garden or something over here. There was an amazing garden place near us. There was a cacti wholesaler, and across the street a rose garden that we didn't actually get to check out, but we were in some sort of flower district. The cactus garden we did check out on the last day. I was excited for how interesting this neighborhood looked.
No, I don't have it. No, 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 no.
Oh wait, finally we've arrived. you got
No,
his
it's
leash? If I open the door, he's running out.
Yeah.
Oh, free dogs. I should have asked the driver. What? Okay, I need to say how cute this kid is. He was watching us come in and he was staying there with his family, and I kind of wished I was 10 years old so I could hang out with him because he kept speaking English to me and being really friendly, and he was just awesome. Every day he said hi and asked me if we went to eat. He was such a cool kid. Um, that happens sometimes that like kids who speak some English want to come and talk to you, but he was just so friendly, and I really appreciate that because sometimes, adults aren't that friendly, but he was cute. He was nice to the dogs and asked us what we were up to, and I like curious people because I'm curious too. This was totally a Jack and Nala weekend. Really, we did this for them so they could like run around and be crazy, and they did. Like from the beginning, they were thinking, "What are we doing here? These are like dog houses we hang out in." They had a blast.
Check, 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 check. Nala, 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 Nala.
Okay, here comes the cabin photo shoot. Things started out pretty wet, and we unpacked our stuff, and we were trying to be optimistic and hope that we didn't see any more rain. So we got ready, took a walk around, and the property actually had a lot of things to see. So we got situated and figured out like what is our priority. We couldn't make it on a hiking trip this afternoon on the first day, so we just, checked out what was available here. There was like a cookie baking thing and like an animal sanctuary and gardens, and this is what we saw. Really cool cabins, like other spaces.
Well, what about the
Check it out.
bathroom? There's curtains, right? Ah, yeah.
That's the exploration zone. You get to watch someone use the toilet.
散步可以散，我告诉你走哪里，你就往里面走，往菜地走。OK。然后从菜地走转到乘卡丁车，然后可以转一个圈，你再回来。
Around like really excited running.
I expected what?
You
got her tits.
You got goat cheese over there. Chèvre.
It is fun. You work and then you have to pay for your job.
We went go-kart racing. There was a track and we thought it was much bigger, but it wasn't. Nala hopped on the cart with me and did one circuit and then realized that wasn't for her. She hopped off and we went around like 4 or 5 times. It was fun. We're just chilling out around this place for a while, trying to figure out how to spend the hours of the afternoon and evening. We saw like almost every bit of the property. We took all the paths. We decided which places we would have stayed in if it were not a holiday weekend, and I decided that these cabins or houses on this lake was what I would choose, and you'll see more of it later because I took some good videos. But we went to the restaurant and had dinner. It was pretty good. We're lucky there was a good restaurant on the campsite. These are like little sunken tables where you can have drinks. Nobody was hanging out at that bar, but it looks like it would normally be a fun place if the weather were like warmer, like summer vibes. Oh my god, the Grand Canyon restaurant is so special because of the like screaming turns you into energy and
So beautiful, and I love the door. So that's
the
how
green
it
one.
works.
Nala and Jack are not known to be so snuggly, but we put the blanket down on the porch at Anna and Tanya's tent, and they were like laying against each other and being sweet, and Nala was being the guard dog while Jack snoozed. But she watched, and if anybody came nearby, she was like, "Err." And I think she thought, oh, I hope I don't have to act on anything because I'm sort of a chicken. And she didn't. We went to bed, and she was like, okay, do I have everything? Is it good? Okay, I can sleep here. She felt really comfortable. She enjoyed the tent very much, and she slept so well. We both did.